That corner looks so cute.
Hello, everyone.
Hey guys.
Come on into the chat. We are about to get started with our weekly live conversation. You know, we always have to give you guys something good. So definitely come in, share, like, follow, repost, all the things. So let us know that you are here. Give us a purple heart if you are in the chat. Today we are going to be talk about redefining yourself. You know, who are you right now?
And that's a tough question. It's a lot more difficult of a question to answer than what you may think.
Yeah.
I think that's my least favorite question when I go on like interviews. They're like, so tell me about yourself. Who is LaShonda?
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there like, I don't know.
We're still trying to figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we can find her together. I don't know. Let's see.
Let's hope so. That's after the week. It's only hump day.
It's only Wednesday, y'all. It's only Wednesday. It feels like we already in the middle of, November. The year is almost over. Christmas is tomorrow. It's just a lot happening.
When you just said I just thought about it, we are in the middle of November already.
Second week.
The first was yesterday.
Yeah.
And that's ridiculous.
We already in here. We got 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. 2.
I think it's the time change.
Yeah.
Jump in the chat how you doing with the time change, because I know it's whooping me.
Yeah.
I just started getting on my schedule.
It's definitely been a struggle, a pull in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely been a struggle in the morning. Welcome in. Anybody new? Thank you for the likes.
I wish I could see that far.
I know. Okay, so getting started on our topic. Who are you? Redefining yourself for your lifestyle. What is redefining? And according to Google, redefining is to define again or differently. That's what it gave me.
Okay. To the point, straight to the point.
That's what the good book says.
Okay, straight to the point.
To define again or differently. So, in what ways, you guys, have you guys feel like you guys have had to redefine yourself, recently? Even in this, in today's times, where are you at? And there's a deeper question later on with that one. However, let us know. Give us a like. Give us some information. Let us know how you've been doing, because we're definitely going to let you know how we've been doing.
Mm-hmm. That we are going to do.
Okay?
That we are going to do.
So, when it comes to redefining, we know what Google say. Mm-hmm. What did Shonda say? What do you say redefining?
I feel like redefining for me, I don't know if it's a good thing or not, but I'm going to go ahead and share it anyway. Mm-hmm. Because it's a safe space. This is a safe space.
Absolutely.
I feel like redefining for me is definitely situational. Mm-hmm. It depends on where I am in life at that time. As far as who I feel like I need to be. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, like if I feel like I have certain goals, like for instance, when I decided to become a parent, because I actually decided to become a parent before I was even pregnant. Because I have my girls, and my girls, our adoption was a final the same year I had my son. So I was already a parent.
You was making adult decisions before we truly feel like an adult.
Yeah. I'm still an adolescent now. Like, I'm not grown right now. I'm still learning things. I feel like 38 is nothing.
Okay.
It's nothing, because I look at my mom and I'm just like, girl, you going through a whole different set of life. Mm-hmm. Like, I haven't even got there yet. No. Like, you know what I'm saying? During this time, when you were this age, I was still in school, chilling. You was parenting heavy.
Right.
Like, you was, doing your thing as a mama.
Definitely think about it.
Yeah, I really feel like I had to, and I still am redefining who I am as not only a parent, but as a woman. Mm-hmm. Because, with having my girls, I have to set the best example that I can as far as to the type of women I want them to grow up and be.
Right.
And that's hard, because I'm still trying to decide what kind of woman I want to be. I became a mom at 32.
You know.
And that sounds real grown to people who haven't turned 32 yet. and I was here to tell you 32 is not really that grown. You know some things. You got a lot of life under your belt, but it's still, I feel like when you get into your 30s, you're like taking what you learned in your 20s.
Yeah.
And like seeing what works.
Yeah.
And then when you get in your 40s, you chilling like, okay, that works.
You know? Yeah.
So, like,
yeah,
that's the vibe.
I can feel that. I can feel that.
That is the vibe.
I can feel that. And that actually goes into our next question.
Mm-hmm.
How many times have we or have you redefined who you are?
I need to make sure I'm not by myself with this. So, chat, please drop in the chat how many times you felt like you needed to redefine who you are. I don't have a number.
Listen.
Several.
I can give you time frames when I felt like I've had to redefine who I was. However, it started young. You know, I had to redefine the identity that was kind of put on me. I feel like I had to kind of redefine myself in college because it's a whole new, it's a whole new ball. It's a whole new set of rules. It's a whole new, playing field. Let us know in the comments, man. Make sure y'all are letting us know how many times you've had to redefine yourself.
Yeah. DD Down syndrome.
Okay.
That name, baby. It's called some God. It is called some God. Go ahead.
They say 6 or 7 times.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
6 or 7 is really good. 6, 7.
No.
Oh my God.
I had to.
And Miss
That's gay.
Coach Shanice says 133 times.
Listen.
Sound about right?
Yeah.
You got to figure it out every other day, every other week.
I said yearly.
Okay.
That's good.
Those are good. Those are good.
I feel like
those are good.
Sounds good. At least twice. I feel like at least twice a year. 2 times a year.
Yeah.
Rethinking what you want to have.
I'd say a good 8, 9. So far.
Because I will say that just different stages in life.
Yeah.
Can cause you to feel like, okay, like maybe I'm not fitting in the space that I'm in right now because you're grown. And that you got to redefine yourself in that way because you're just like, I'm in a different area now. I've stepped up, I've leveled up. Now I gotta act like I'm supposed to be there. I'm supposed to be in that room. So, that's why I said that redefining is real situational.
Absolutely.
For me, like even when I moved across the country, I had to kind of I couldn't be as dependent on family. Not as if though I couldn't call and be like, hey y'all, I need this, that, but it wasn't like I couldn't show up for certain events and certain functions and stuff like that. So I had to learn how to function on my own and do my own events and start my own traditions and stuff. So that was a brief time that I had to kind of step into my grown woman for the first time because that's when I had a legitimate committed relationship. I was living with a man child. So yeah, that was a lot. I had to step my cookies up. This wasn't just like a little boyfriend I had.
Yeah.
So I had to step into that mold. Definitely redefine.
Absolutely. And I can definitely understand where you're coming from with that because you really have to hello, a new follower. How are you? We definitely have to, really figure out who we want to be and based on what's going on around us at the time. For example, my mom was, my main person for a while, so you gotta kind of figure out who you are without that parent, without that person, without that, partner, all these different ways that you have to kind of redefine or think differently about who you are and what you have going on. Which again goes into our next question. Do we ever find ourselves completely, or is growth a lifelong journey? Is that something that we are constantly always doing? And we're always kind of redefining who we are because we're always growing? Or do we kind of like figure out who you are? Do you settle with that, and then eventually you figure out how to adjust that throughout situations? We have a comment.
Our new follower
Hello.
says good night. I think they're leaving the chat, but
Good
thanks
night.
for joining us.
Bye.
Good night. Thank you.
Honestly, I don't feel like I feel like this is you find yourself. I feel like you find your skeleton, your bones.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the morals and the character of who you are.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but as far as like growth, I feel like that's always gonna happen.
Yeah.
Always, and that's something that I hope I'm able to like instill in my kids, because just watching how, like I said before, like at this age, my mom was 38. I think I might have been 6th grade, 5th, 6th grade, and my oldest is in 5th grade, and it's just like I thought my mom was so grown. Like I thought she was so grown. Like this lady got her husband, her bills, she got a job.
Okay.
She take care of the kids, she holding it down.
Okay.
But now that I am that age and doing it as a single parent, it's just like, girl, you was just out here surviving. You was thugging. Like I wonder what dreams you had, you know. And I feel like she grew after like she was an empty nester and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Mom changed her life. She had growth, and I'm still watching her grow. My mom is 67. I don't know, y'all. Betty in her 60s. But I still watch how she's growing, and I also see how she interacts with my grandma. And my grandma is still at her age. She's 83, and she's still like just learning. And I just feel like you're just constantly growing for the time that you're in. So you find yourself to a certain extent. And I don't actually feel like I ever want to really completely find myself.
Yeah.
I think it's always cool when I discover new things about me.
Absolutely.
It's like,
Absolutely. It's fun.
a little onion.
It's fun, right? We have a comment.
Yes, I threw a comment in the chat.
Okay.
And your comments just made me remember how I thought, every single age, I thought 30 was going to be so old. And I was for sure going to have everything together by 30. And I was going to have a little bit of fun in my 20s, and then I was going to get it together. I was definitely not going to be, living paycheck to paycheck. I was definitely not going to be renting at 30.
Especially when the 30, flirty, and thriving movie came out. What movie was that?
Yes.
13 going on 30?
Yes.
Okay. 30, flirty, and thriving.
Yeah. And now I see, like, I'm 30, and I'm like, I'm but a baby in this world. And then I see, like, everybody else, and I'm like, 35 really isn't even that, like, 40 isn't looking that old anymore either.
I am tapping on 40. I'm not knocking on the door, I'm on the porch. I'm only 38. But I'm just wondering, like, how am I going to feel about life when I turn 40? Because I don't know about anybody else. But, y'all drop in the chat, if you are 30 and up, did you really feel like a mental shift when you turned 30? Did it just seem like, wait a minute, this is 30, and what are we doing? Did you feel like you had to revamp some things? Like, what did 30 feel like for you as far as who you were at that time, your growth, like...
30 was a wild year. So,
yes, wild year.
Unfortunately, I had to turn 30 during the whole COVID ordeal. So everything was in the air as far as like what I was going to be doing to celebrate. There were certain things that I had already had accomplished that I was, thankful for. However, I knew that like the life I had figured out at 25 was nowhere near what I needed it to be at 30. So it was just like, you know what I'm saying? So it was just like, okay, I waited kind of late in the game to go back to grad school. So it's like I'm kind of really just starting my career at 30. So 30 was heavy. 30 was heavy, and just in the pandemic and all of it was a heavy year.
Especially going through it in the panorama.
I'm in this big old house by myself trying to like figure out like what is life right now. Like do people even care about me being alive in here? Like,
everybody just out trying to make it.
You know, I had a lot going on in my head, and a lot of grief as far as like not quite being where I wanted to be at 30. Again, being grateful for what I have accomplished, but again, it wasn't what was planned. You know, and there were certain things that I failed at or let fear kind of take over and didn't even attempt. So 30 was a heavy one for me. I had to really get into my acceptance bag, my radical acceptance bag.
Yes, radical acceptance. For those who watched last week, you know what we're talking about.
I had to really kind of figure some things out with that because like life just was not where I wanted it to be at 30. At all. At all. And to think, back to what you said, like I had, at 30, my mama was, she had been running businesses. You know what I'm saying?
That girl.
She was doing her thing,
girl.
so when that wasn't where I was at that time.
I can feel that.
There was a lot of things happening with those feelings, We got a comment.
We have Coach Shanice adding, 36 feels so old for me right now. My oldest son turns 19 today. And I've been a mother for almost 20 years.
I know that gotta be like mom, Lauren. Because I've only been a mom for for going on 6 years. Yeah. Like legitly 6
Definitely
years,
a culture
7.
shock.
So and it's just like, let me tell you something. At 30, the transition I was having to make was getting out of a relationship I had no business being in. That whole situation, I feel like I was going through some grief. I was just doing things. I was just like, whatever, you know. And I knew to go on, come on home. And I came home when I turned 30, and I was trying to detach from that relationship and stuff. There's no way I thought that at 38 I was gonna have 3 kids for one. And you know, I always thought I was just gonna be like auntie. That was the plan. And but now that I have children, it's kind of like I have to now readjust and redefine how I want their future to be, because that is also dependent on. I'm sorry. Ow! Sorry, y'all.
I'm sorry. We sitting here.
Sorry,
and
y'all. Snack bandit over here.
Coach Shanice pull out this bag of peanuts.
Bag of peanuts from her purse, child.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I ain't because I want to leave my hand over there. I know. I want to leave my hand over there. I'm going to shake a few in there real quick.
Ain't nobody mad at it.
I'm sure it didn't help that I just pulled it out my purse.
I mean, just kind of. My
Hey, that's a mama thing. Put some snacks in your purse.
Hey, almost 20 years she said she been a mom, but she got to be prepared.
Okay. That entire part. But yeah, it's definitely been like, I feel like a few times I've had to redefine just who I am. And becoming a mom was one. When I've dealt with different levels of grief, I had to kind of like get my shit together, as Coach just said, get my poop in the group. You know?
Patent pending.
Okay.
You know?
Hey, Kika.
Hey.
Hey, girl.
Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you. Everybody, please give us a like, give us a share, give us a follow, make a comment, give us a heart, purple heart, to show your support if you don't want to really expose any of your business, which is understood. But again, this is a safe space. And we are always open to hear your stories, because at the end of the day, we all have one. And we can always learn from each other's stories. So
Absolutely. And if you have a story, if you have a story you do want to share, you can DM us. And, you know, we'll, bring it up in our next chat.
Absolutely. Okay. So moving into our next question. Actually, before we do that, let's add a little tidbit. In November, we are accepting nominations for a family in need. We plan on giving out a bestie bundle of 5 non-perishable meals, not just items, whole 5 meals that you can use and feed your family. So, or feed the family that is in need. So definitely DM us your nominations. Let us know who you feel like you know, are in need. Tell us just a little tidbit about why you feel like this family is in need. And best believe we will inform you and let you know that your family has won the Bestie Bundle of, again, 5 non-perishable meals that they can use to feed their family for the holiday. We understand that the government shutdown was a lot. You know, brought on a lot of stress and anxiety. However, even though they are back open temporarily or whatever the case may be, allegedly, I don't know, we definitely still want to make sure that we are giving back in the month of November of giving, as well as making sure that we are taking care of our community. You know, at the end of the day, we can always help each other. Okay, so moving into our next question.
I'm sorry. I was about to tell Kiara, thank you for the repost.
And Rose.
Thank you.
And Rose, thank you.
Thank you.
But I couldn't get it out. My mouth wasn't moving fast as my mind was. Pardon me, y'all.
It's okay. Thank you, Kika. Okay, so and this may not even sound right, but this is how it came up in my head, so forgive me. Is who we are created, or are we born this way? And I'm going to give a little bit more insight. Yes.
We have a comment real quick before you move on. No, Miss Helen Robinson 09 says that the 5 meals that we're giving away is a great idea.
Thank you. Thank you, Nana. And matter of fact, speaking of birthdays,
Happy birthday, Nana.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday.
Y'all say happy birthday to my Nana. Happy birthday, Nana, and thank you so much.
She says thanks, you guys.
So as far as
Fee has joined the chat.
Hey,
She says hey, hey.
Hello. So as far as a little bit more context, do we take the information that we have around us? Yes, I have another comment.
So sorry, last one that popped up.
We appreciate it.
All right, we got a happy birthday, Scorpio Nana, from my niece Ashton.
Thank you.
Whose birthday is in a couple days also. Okay.
All right, happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
November
Ashton.
birthdays. Put them in the chat. Put them in the
Yes,
chat.
November birthdays.
Absolutely. I have one coming
From the
up.
other November birthday.
But we'll get to that.
All right.
So, as far as context is with my question of is who we are created or born? Are we born the way we are and we take the information to enhance or to use, I guess, whatever is already instilled inside of us? Or do we take that information and create the person who we desire to be?
Ooh. That's a good one.
Which one?
I feel like chat, tell us what you think. I think that is
What y'all think?
good question.
What y'all think?
Do you want to go first? What do you think? Because I don't want to get lengthy.
And
I feel like I don't have a side. So go ahead.
and honestly, I feel like it may be a little bit of both. Because I feel like there are certain, tendencies, certain things that we are just born with. You know what I'm saying? I've always been the type of person to do this since I was a baby. I was doing this when I got upset. So this is just who I am. Comment before I finish that.
Nana says, I think a little of both.
A little of both. Absolutely.
Agreed.
Absolutely. And then we can take the information around us as far as the morals, the manners, the disciplines, all the things that are instilled in us, and we can develop or create the person who we feel like we would like to be.
Agreed.
However, that's where that kind of growth thing comes into, because you always want to become better or find ways to be a better version of yourself.
And that comes over time.
And experience, I think.
Yes.
Experiences actually absolutely can let you know, because at one point, you know, you can be somebody who wants everybody to be happy. But after experience, you just kind of realize you can't make it. Everybody not gonna be happy.
No, I'm very much, sir. I'm very much so a person where I used to tell them, all right, you have a good day. But now I'm very much in the
thank you.
Have the day you deserve.
For the likes. Have the day you deserve.
Have
right.
the day you deserve.
Right.
You put whatever you know, and that's up to you.
Absolutely.
And I feel like the older I get, the more I feel like that. Like, have the day you deserve, child. You know, whether it's good or bad, it's on you.
It's on
what
you.
You put down to the atmosphere.
It's what you
put
down to the
But I really want the like both sides type thing, because I honestly feel like some stuff you're just born with. Like some people just got that dog in them.
No.
Like, you know. Being honest, like some people just got that dog in them. They're just determined type people.
Yeah.
Just like I think on a previous live, I remember Jesse like mentioning how like everyone in our family like is good at something.
Yeah.
And
we all got that dog.
We just
somewhere.
all got that dog.
Somewhere.
We got that dog. But everyone is good at something. What did I say?
Invites you to co-host. Oh, thank you so much, but
Oh no, that's
we're
what
not
they
going to
just
co-host.
don't know.
we don't know you.
DM us.
DM us though.
Please DM us.
Oh, we didn't even know what that was.
Well, we are not accepting co-hosts at this live. However, please DM us and we can definitely coordinate for a future live.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We can talk about it. We can talk about it. But put your ideas, put your comments, put everything in the chat.
We got a comment.
Put it in a comment.
Yes, we have 2 comments. Ashton says, thank you, ladies. And then she says, indeed, both. Okay. And then Coach Shani says, I agree with Nana. It's both. We are born with gifts that develop with our evolution.
Yes, I like when you put that.
I like that.
Thank you.
Yes.
But yeah,
thank you
some
guys
of it's
so
just
much.
in you. It's just in you, and that's when like your environment, depending on who you are around, the things you expose yourself to, if it nurtures that. You know? And I think that's what I do that a lot with my kids. Like I'm trying to do that with my kids. Like things that I see that they're good at, you know, I'm gonna nurture that.
Yeah.
You know, art is pretty coordinated for the most part. So I was like, maybe a sport would be good for him. Yeah. And I can see he started basketball today. I don't know if I told you. Told anybody. Started basketball today, and that was probably the most cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. Watching those little kids just run around the court and try to make that basket. But I want to, you know, nurture that. Eventually, I'm gonna let my girls get into, you know, TikTok and videos and things, because they are definitely content creators, and we have the content in my household. So we're gonna see how that goes. Stay tuned, because I don't know. And next year they might be coming out, making their debut. So we'll see. Absolutely. But yeah, I just really hope that like I'm nurturing whatever talents that they have, because I feel like sometimes I wonder if like I would have been supported with certain things, or certain things would have been nurtured in me. What would I be doing right now? You know, what was something that I had in me that's just there, or that's in me, but now that I'm, you know, doing my own thing and I'm doing my own redefining, I feel like one of these days I'm going to get to like, girl, this is what you're supposed to be doing. I'm gonna get there.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna get there. So I definitely feel where everybody can get like, it's both.
Yeah.
It's both. It's both.
I unfortunately feel like I have experienced the if you don't use it, you lose it.
Woo!
Or deal with certain things. I used to like to draw clothes. I used to like to, you know, do all kinds of things, and I can barely draw a decent circle right now. So things like that just
understandable.
Just don't quite always go, you know, and ultimately I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. So with that being said, moving into our last question of the night. How are you redefining yourself for your present life? What's happening right now?
Yeah. Drop it in the chat.
Drop it in the chat.
Drop it in the chat.
Let us know. How are you redefining yourself for what's going on in your life right now? How are you thinking differently? How are you moving differently? What are some different things that you would like to do? You know, we can definitely get over ourselves. I know I do. Often, like, all right, bitch, I'm over this. Let's do something different.
Right.
You know, although I struggle with consistency, I'm always willing to try different things. So with that, with that, I think right now for me personally, I am trying to redefine myself in a way of stepping out of an era of being fearful. And trusting myself a little bit more. You know, those are the two things that I'm trying to be different about when it comes to my present life.
That trusting yourself kind of huge.
I mean, you know, it's can be hard to do because I am definitely one to question myself a lot and question my moves. You have a comment?
Yeah.
Perfect timing.
Sorry. Sorry, and it was just me. but I did it, and it's actually you and me.
Oh.
Do you remember the chat we had at your house earlier? So we had a discussion just about like how we're kind of getting to the point, maybe the age, I don't know, where we're realizing that maybe certain lifestyle choices that we're making are not as beneficial as we thought they were. They're not as stress relieving as we thought they were.
Yeah.
Maybe they are a bit of the problem even.
Yeah.
I'll open the floor to that for me. And you're just gonna have to put the puzzle pieces together the way you can. I like to garden. Come from a family of gardeners, and that's just how we roll. And never been an issue. However, now that my life is changing a lot, I just received a promotion at my job. You know, which is requiring me to work some more hours. But in the midst of me getting this promotion, I had also applied for an overnight position back in hospitality, something that I love to do. I love working in the hotel industry. That's just my judge. I like that. And I got a job doing that too. So I told myself, at least through the holidays, I want to hold down both jobs. So I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do that. That's cool. So I have to readjust. My kids are in activities. My daughter's joined the step team. Didn't know. But here we are. Here we are. Didn't know until we picked up at 5:15 today. So, but I'm going to support it. My babies like to dance. So, let's do it. We're going to get some shirts.
Okay, I can't wait for the first little show.
And then my son started basketball. So, yeah, it's been a lot going on. We have some comments?
Yeah, just a couple on-topic comments. So Coach Shanice added, I'm developing the habit of finding gratitude and being intentional about everything. And then Ashton says, becoming a mother, it's been a wild ride of emotions, but it's so beautiful. Yeah. And then she said, learning a lot of patience, setting more boundaries, and letting going things I really don't need.
Yes.
That entire part.
Okay.
That
entire go part of the things that we don't need. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right now, I don't have the space to have anything extra going on. Nothing extra at all. And like, I feel like gardening distracts me quite a bit. I don't have time because that was supposed to be something that was relaxing for me. And I don't have time for that right now. Now that type of relaxation, I got to be on point. I got to, keep schedules and things. I have a lot to do. The 3 little people that live in my house have a lot to do, apparently. And I have to keep all that well-oiled, so the things that I thought benefited me, I thought it was something like, that was relaxed me, a good wind down for the day, and things like that. Right now, it's not conducive to what I'm doing, so I'm going to have to, readjust, redefine what type of lifestyle that I need to have that's going to accommodate what I'm trying to do for my children and our life right now. We have a lot of things to do. We got practices to keep, and then, just trying to spend family time, things like that. So yeah, right now I'm in the current process of redefining what I need to do as a mom, what I need to do for me, because I cannot forget about myself in all of this moving that I got going on. I got to remember to take care of me. So please remember to take care of you even in the space when you're redefining who you are. Don't forget about, keeping your sanity.
Exactly. Exactly. What they say on the plane, you got to put your mask on first before you help anybody else. Definitely make sure that y'all are doing that and taking care of yourself and giving yourself grace and compassion during all of these changes and adjustments, either personally, interpersonally, whatever the case may be. Definitely be careful with that. So,
are you going through a time right now where you may be redefining? Or you had to recently redefine and you're living in your redefining? Just wondering, You may have successfully redefined already, so I don't know.
Yeah,
so what you got going on?
Like I said, I am definitely trying to move into a space of trusting myself more, being less fearful of doing the things that I want to do, being less fearful of what other people think, what other people, opinions may be about what I'm doing or anything like that. And also just trusting that, like, my decisions have kind of got me into a good place. You know what I'm saying? Some of my decisions have definitely been impulsive. Some of my decisions have definitely been, maybe unorthodox for some people. But at the end of the day, they're my decisions. I take accountability for my decisions. And at the end of the day, it's not anybody else's responsibility to deal with my decisions but me.
Right, and I'm sure that growth.
There's a level of growth to how I make decisions as well. So, that's how I'm trying to redefine myself in this space. Definitely trusting myself when it comes to my work. Along with just my own knowledge of things. Sometimes act or think oh, Deja, you're not that smart. But it's just girl.
Sometimes you gotta be you got stuff.
I know stuff. I know things. I may not know, quantum physics or anything, but I can.
That's true.
I can talk you through some things.
That's so funny. That's true. We gotta start giving myself
a little bit more credit.
Life.
And understanding that at the end of the day, this is the only life I get. You know what I'm saying? This is it. This is my only human experience that I'm going to get. I only get one shot. So the next half of my life, I guess, I ain't even made it to halfway.
I was about to say half.
But from this year, the rest of this year moving forward, I would like to, again, not move in fear, as well as trust myself, my decisions, and my intelligence a little bit more. And those are my main two focuses at this moment, and creating a space for myself that I can, what's the way I want to kind of word this? I don't know, a space for myself where I can truly be an authentic, non-judgmental version of myself to myself, if that makes sense.
I feel that.
I am very judgmental and critical of myself, so I try my best, or I am trying my best moving forward. Hello, Martha.
Thank you for the gift, love.
Thank you for the gift. I am trying my best to not be that way and give myself some compassion and grace with, just where I am in life right now. So that's where I am.
You've never been this age before.
I've never been 30 before. I've never been 34 before. I've never been 35 before. So
that's the best thing anybody can say.
I've never lived this life before. So it's my first time living. So I'm just trying to figure it out. Day by day, minute by minute, hour by hour.
Martha says, "Hey, my babies, you're welcome."
Thank you.
But yeah, when I tell you that my girl Mariah Carey, her stuff go with everything. I'm trying to tell you, she's trying to do the best
I
she can
with
with what
you
got. You know,
know?
I'm trying to tell you.
And that's all we can do. That's all we can do, y'all. So definitely make sure y'all are putting in the chat some ways that you are redefining yourself right now for the lifestyle that you are living in this moment, because we are always growing, we are always redefining, we are always moving forward. You know, that's all we can do is go to the next day. We can't go back. We can only move forward. So, how are y'all doing that?
I think right now for me, with everything I have going on right now with my redefining, it's going to be a changing environment type thing for me. I'm going to have some more mom friends, I feel like.
Yeah. Understood.
You know, and I don't mind that, because in my mind, I do want to be the mom that has other mom friends and we'll do mom things with our kids and stuff.
Absolutely.
But at the same, yeah, you know, but I know it's going to take some adjustment. It's going to take some, you know, openness from me, if you will. You know, because I'm used to my circle of people. These are my people. I've known them for a long time. Whether it be friends or family, these are my folks. You know, I'm used to them. But you just never know, like, what type of exposure you can put your children into with, like, different people. You know, you find your kids have the same interests as other people's kids, and they end up thriving in, like, you know, whatever sport or activity that they're doing. So I don't want to keep my family from growing because I don't want to branch out.
Right.
So I think it's definitely right now, and the big thing in my redefining is going to be a change of environment.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's okay to be a little more open and expose yourself to new people.
Yes.
You know, and new things. Because you can also learn new methods and ways to deal with certain situations when it comes to your kids.
Yes, that part.
And, you know.
Piggybacking off of that, you know, how we say, you know, reach out to your community, use your community resources. Even though we are a resource as well, and we, you know, I have other resources I use. I just recently went to a support group for post-adoptive parents, and that was an experience. That was me putting myself in a new environment.
Right. And
we ended up going to a family event for Adoption Awareness Month, and it was just nice having a family outing with everyone. But if I hadn't taken that step to put myself in a new environment, I wouldn't be able to, you know, be around those people. And like, I made a couple of connections with some of the parents from the support group, and I'm glad that I did.
Yeah.
Because I now see that I'm not the only person that has some of the, you know, struggles that I'm having right now. So yeah, I definitely feel like, you know, reach out. Change your environment up, you know, be open to meeting new people and putting yourself in new situations. Don't be scary. that was, yes, don't be scary. Yeah.
It's okay. Nobody's going to bite you.
Right.
So it is okay to allow yourself to open up just a little bit more, not only to other people, but also to yourself. You know? So, with that being said, in our wrap up, remember, we are still looking for our 77th follower so that we can give them a bestie bundle that will be a surprise.
Yep.
So definitely, you know, continue to repost, continue to share, continue to comment, continue to kind of let us know what is going on. Keep a lookout, or keep in mind that we are planning to do a 8-week women's support group sister circle in starting January, the first Saturday of January. It will be on Saturdays. Okay, it's going to be in the morning, so that, you know, you still have the rest of your day to move about your day.
A good way to start your day.
Absolutely. It's going to be, like I said, an 8-week support group. It's going to run from January 3rd to February 28th, and we're going to take a break for Valentine's Day for the lovers. So we're gonna take a break for Valentine's Day. Virtual options will be available. Please DM us if you are interested, and we will get you to the link to tickets until we can figure that out. So we're still trying to figure that out. So keep that in mind. Comments.
Yes, we had a late joiner. We had Angelique Sessoms just joined.
Hello.
Hey, mommy.
Welcome.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for coming.
I'm trying to think it was something else I kind of wanted to look at, but I forgot. We did mention we want you guys to make sure that you do not forget about our 30-minute free consultation.
Absolutely.
Please reach out to us in your DM, because I know a lot of people may have questions or maybe a little hesitant because they're not sure exactly what we offer. That would be the time for you to find out.
Absolutely.
For the free.
Ask all the questions that you need to ask within that time frame. Maybe even set up a plan within that time frame. You never know. So definitely let us know. Reach out to us if you are looking to get that 30-minute free consultation. Also, keep in mind our Stand store will be up and running tomorrow. Okay, for those who would like to go ahead and book one, you are welcome to go onto the Stand store. If you don't know how that fancy site works, definitely don't hesitate to DM us or reach out to us on any of our platforms, Instagram, TikTok here, or also on Facebook. So our email is also available on our TikTok, so that is an option as well. Everyone has access to it, so you will get answers within minutes. Okay. So keep in mind, we are doing a November giveaway. So please make sure you are DMing us or sending us in those nominations for a family in need, so that they are able to get five non-perishable meals, so that they are able to feed their family for the holidays, as well as just having some meals to just eat. We got to eat before and after Thanksgiving.
Exactly.
And that Thanksgiving food only lasts a couple of days after before we ready to toss it. So definitely make sure you are throwing in your nominations, and we can send out that bestie bundle of 5 non-perishable meals that they will be able to use to feed their families. Okay?
And that is nationwide. Like, you don't have to be
Nationwide.
local to
You don't
Raleigh.
have to be in North Carolina. That can be anywhere. So if you know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that's in need, definitely let them know, like, hey, this is an option. Give us just a small little tidbit on why you give this person as a nomination or this family as a nomination, and we will let you know, or DM you and let you know if your family was able to win, or if not. Keep in mind that we are going to be doing giveaways forever. So we're going to be doing giveaways for quite some time. So we're going to need those nominations again for those who may not quite win this go round. However, we want them to keep coming. So please send them in, because you never know who may win, who may get it. And we'll let you know again if your family wins or not. So with that being said, we appreciate everyone for joining our live. We thank you all for being here. Join us. This is a weekly thing. So we will be back next week. Are we doing Tuesday or Wednesday?
We can do Wednesday now.
Okay.
We're clear for Wednesday.
We're clear for Wednesday. So we will see you guys next Wednesday. You are welcome to check out our TikTok page to see what
Thanksgiving is when we're on Tuesday.
to see what our topic is going to be, or you can just show up on Wednesday and be surprised.
Nana nominated herself.
Okay, Nana, we got your nomination. We got you, girl. We got you, girl. So, Definitely, everyone have a great rest of your evening.
We got
Have
some
a
hearts from Martha.
Great
Yes,
rest
thank
of
you,
your
Martha.
week. Thank you, Martha. We love you all. And good night.
Peace.
We'll see ya.